However, Kyle Tucker, here's the transition here. Kyle Tucker has been a great hitter. And now he is elevating from great hitter to whatever the next level is. Superstar, best hitter in the league level, one of the best players in baseball. And what Kyle Tucker has done is he is now leading baseball in home runs, two more home runs last night. He's at 17. He's hitting 293. He has more walks than strikeouts. He's got 11 doubles to go with his 17 home runs. OPS well over 1,000, of course. And this is the kind of season that is possible when you have kind of established a baseline of excellence for so long. And then occasionally you'll rattle off like a legit MVP season because that's in there, right? And even last year he finished his 5th in the MVP, but this feels like the season where it's like it all comes together. There's been enough tweaks below where he's walking more, that he's become a little bit more selective and swinging a little bit less than he had. He's always been good about not chasing, but now he is finding the pitches that he can damage. And it's not that he hasn't had power. I mean, he had 30 homers. He basically has exactly 30 home runs three straight years, but now he's heading to 40. And yeah, I mean, this is part of what has helped the Astros kind of get back in the mix, and it's not surprising because he's really, really special.
So Corey Seager winning the World Series last year with the Rangers felt like his final act as baseball's best boring player, as baseball's inevitable homering robot, because the torch appears to have been passed to one Mr. Kyle Tucker. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Tucker's game. He's an excellent player. He's a phenomenal hitter. He's legitimately special. He has like the best walk rate in baseball. You said he stopped kind of chasing, and that is very true. He's swinging at way fewer pitches outside the strike zone, and that has helped him kind of find more pitches in the zone that he can do damage on. The lack of obvious outward emotion and zest emanating from Kyle Tucker is special. It is Segerian. Okay. At least like Mike Trout for all of like the discourse about is Mike Trout too boring, right? Mike Trout always looks like he's having a good time. You know what I mean? For Kyle Tucker, this is a business, right? This is a business trip, even home games. I have no issue with that. We can derive our joy as baseball fans from other sources. Like Astros fans should appreciate and love Kyle Tucker. Like ball lovers should tune into Kyle Tucker's at-bats, and his production is awesome. And it's nothing against Kyle Tucker. Maybe he's, got some real personality under the hood. But it makes I guess what I'm trying to say is okay, let me ask this question. Is Kyle Tucker appointment viewing? Like if he's coming up in an inning and you're on MLB TV with the 4-box and the Astros are up 5-1 in the 7th, are you flipping over to watch Kyle Tucker?
He's getting there. I think that is maybe the difference between this season and last season, because he definitely has not been that. Even though he has been an all-star level player for 4 years in a row, I think we're getting to that point because ultimately, no matter what the personality is, no matter what it is aesthetically, you want to watch the best players in baseball.
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker has been that. The other thing that stands out about his statistical profile is we mentioned the home run pace. That's not an accident. His ground ball rate is down 13%. He is elevating and celebrating with regularity in a way that he was already pretty good at lifting the ball, but that is a pretty huge jump. And he's been sensational. And by the way, the last thing I would say about Tucker is, it's interesting you make the Seager comparison because he is a member of the Astros, we've seen him plenty in the postseason. Hasn't really had, he has 8 postseason home runs because he's played in 62 postseason games before he's like 27 or whatever. But he has a 704 career OPS in the postseason. He was not, 237 career average in the postseason. Like we haven't really seen that. We've seen him look really bad in the playoffs at times. Now you play enough in the postseason, you're going to get exposed, and that's what makes the great postseason hitters so special. But that's another thing with Kyle Tucker that I think we haven't really seen him have those moments yet in a very real way. And we'll see if Houston can get their way back into it. Maybe he can do that this year or next year or on his next team. He's got a long career ahead of him, but he definitely deserves the attention because he has absolutely elevated his game this year in a way that I wasn't sure was even possible. Even though I
Yeah.
said before, you could not fluke into, when your baseline is this high, you could have a season like this. But he's changed enough where I think, oh, wow, he's actually leveled up. This isn't just like things going his way.
Yeah.